days after saying he wouldn't serve in Donald Trump's cabinet, Newt Gingrich was at Trump Tower this afternoon, the latest on a list of high-profile politicians visiting the president-elect. Some, like former Texas Governor Rick Perry, have been past critics.
He offers a barking carnival act that can best be described as Trumpism.
But Trump hasn't said if the people he's meeting with, from Chris Christie,
very talented man, great guy,
to Rudy Giuliani, are serious contenders. His spokeswoman cautioned patience.
Well, we know that we're ahead of schedule where other presidents have been, so we're not in a rush.
The president-elect has held no news conferences. The lack of concrete answers about policy continues to trouble Mayor Bill de Blasio, 5 days after the mayor met with Trump. Today, the mayor told New Yorkers he knows they feel uneasy.
It's important to say out loud, there's a lot of fear out there.
A comment that got a sarcastic response from Trump's spokeswoman.
Fearful of the jobs he's killed, or fearful of what? Fearful of the bike lanes? What?
Pressed further that deportations top the list of fears, Conway said,
"Are you aware of what Mr. Trump has said many times about the Muslim registry?"
Tell us what he said about the Muslim registry.
Look it up. He said it many times in the campaign trail. You have to be fair.
But to be fair, Trump has changed his position on this issue, and it isn't clear where he stands now.
Stopped it and said, that is not appropriate.
Barry Perez, spokesperson for the district, says the John Marshall students' assignment was to prepare a short skit as part of a Shakespeare lesson, turn the script in, and then with approval, act it out.
When they came in to present their skit on Friday, had amended that presentation.
Instead, they went rogue, says the district, acting out an assassination attempt of President-elect Donald Trump. Despite rumors saying otherwise, Perez says the teacher, a former Educator of the Year award winner, reprimanded the students right away.
The teacher was as surprised as anyone else in the room seeing this for the first time. And when she did, she took the appropriate action. She stopped the boys. She explained to them that was not appropriate.
Andrew McGee, a junior at John Marshall, agrees that a skit like that doesn't have a place in the classroom.
I don't really think so, especially not at a public school.
He's frustrated because he didn't know about this until I told him.
Seems like the kind of thing that they should let us know about after it happens, especially if it's on the news.
Perez responded saying based on the teacher's actions, they decided nothing more needed to be done.
At that point, it was an issue that we felt had been resolved at the campus level.
These are the surviving siblings of 4 pit bull puppies that Baltimore City Police say had a brutal end to their lives at the hands and feet of this man.
Donald Yearwood, if you're watching us now, turn yourself in.
The 21-year-old faces 17 counts of animal abuse and cruelty. Police say on November 9th, in a house on the 3700 block of 10th Street, Yearwood was trying to go to sleep, but the puppies were making noise. Witnesses in the house, which included several children under 10, told police they saw Yearwood repeatedly stomp and kick the 3-week-old dogs.
He then picked up the puppies and threw them down the flight of stairs. And those children, they did what we want them to do. They immediately left the location. They went to a safe area. They told their parents what happened, and their parents called the police.
By that time, police say Yearwood put the puppies in a box and threw it in a dumpster. 2 hours later, police say a different set of children heard a noise coming from the dumpster and found 3 of the puppies dead. That puppy making the noise later died at an animal hospital. On October 22nd, police were called to the same home on 10th Street to take away an adult pit bull after it bit a child. Officers also seized 6 puppies, but police say they did not know those 4 puppies were still there. Police later learned Yearwood wanted to keep them. The Baltimore Animal Rescue and Care Shelter, or BARCS, says this case serves as a reminder they are a safe haven for animals.
There is absolutely never a reason in this city to abuse or harm an animal that you no longer want to keep. It can be brought to BARCS, no questions asked.
I've been good.
Damaris Phoebus and Antoine Hart have one purpose.
I'm living here on Orangedale now, but it's all right. It's quiet.
Bridge the gap between police and the community.
And there's so many churches up and down.
But Hart is not a cop. He's a minister.
Go to the hospitals, just anywhere in the city where they dispatch us to. where they need help, to be encouraged, to be prayed for, to be empowered.
Newark Police have 3 citizen clergy patrol cars on the streets.
We don't know whether they're flagging us down for an emergency or for a ride.
No, they're not taxis. Police use these cars and the clergy inside to respond to situations already diffused.
We have a huge population of people that they service, that they have the ears and attention of, and so we believe if we establish a relationship with those folks, that it'll make our relationship with the community a lot better.
There are about 100 different clergy members, all from the city's Clergy Alliance, all of them from separate faiths, but one of them will ride along with one police officer.
Sometimes people don't want to talk, whether they are afraid or they just don't want to deal with the police.
Some of them don't even want to speak because they see you sometimes with the cops, and then sometimes they're okay.
But having them around
My dad, class, money, everything.
So you got robbed.
puts a certain peace within the community they serve.
You stay here, yeah?
Yeah, we'll be around here.
Any day that I wake up, I'm always excited, and I try to embrace people, encourage them that, they survived 100% of their worst days.
I cried, I lost it.
It's painful for this mom to speak out. She's not showing her face to protect her young son. She says he was sexually molested by another little boy while on the school bus to the Renaissance Charter Public School in Hyde Park.
There was another child that was touching him and asking him to perform, different sexual acts.
Her son is just 7 years old, and she says the other boy, 6 years old, threatened violence and also touched 4 other children.
He was threatening him and saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to shoot your mother.
This mom says it was another child on the bus who saw what was happening and told an adult who then told the school. The school says they took immediate action and contacted police saying, "We have taken this matter very seriously and have taken appropriate measures to ensure student safety. We also have taken the appropriate steps to protect the privacy of the children involved."
It's a very difficult situation. There's clearly potentially going to be some need for therapy, a lot of therapy.
This mom agrees, but says no one's offered to help her son. She says he's traumatized and now afraid to be by himself.
I think something needs to be done to the driver. I think he needs to be disciplined. I think the school should take more of a responsibility as far as getting the kids in counseling. And I think there should be a monitor on every bus.
Today, other stunned parents said they agree.
We need Boston monitors on the Boston public school buses, and the only way we could do that is us as parents need to advocate for it to Boston City Hall.
The Renaissance Charter School is not part of the Boston public school system, but the school system does provide transportation for this school. The Boston public school system says it is currently reviewing the matter. It also says that 37% of its buses have monitors and that schools can request additional monitors on a case-by-case basis. In Hyde Park, I'm Byron Barnett, 7 News.
Can't wait to see him flying again.
Trooper Julio Velez ready to see something special.
It'll be wonderful to see him go and do his thing again.
Last month, the Eagle was stunned and sitting on the turnpike shoulder after bouncing off of a windshield at highway speed. Him up and placed him safely inside his cruiser.
And just kind of gently come down.
Rehabbed and ready for release, rotator cuff surgery meant Velez could remove the Eagle's hood,
you got it.
Then offer a few words.
You're America's symbol, and we love you to death.
And watch as another trooper sent the Eagle on its way. The Eagle flew straight and true, not a hitch or hesitation. Freedom.
Awesome, man. It's just, it gets you right deep inside, Be able to get him up there where he can fly around again. And
the folks at Audubon said even though the Eagle didn't have any broken bones and really no significant injuries, the trooper getting that Eagle off the side of the road and away from other cars made an enormous difference.
It might have saved the bird's life. That bird might have been hit by another car, and that might have been the end for it.
But instead, a flight of fancy.
For me, it's an honor and a privilege.
In St. Cloud, Osceola County, Dave McDaniel, West 2 News.